welcome to another episode of Recovery Roundup. I'm Adrienne Octalien, Director for the Office of Disaster Recovery. And today we're going to get some updates on some very critical projects that's happening across the territory in our healthcare facilities and some of our housing communities. And we're also going to be speaking to some phenomenal women, as this is Women's History Month. So stick and stay and get all of your accurate information on what's going on with the recovery. And welcome back to Recovery Roundup. I'm here at another exciting project. The D. Hamilton Jackson housing community is receiving a brand new facelift, revitalization, reconstruction, of course, under the leadership of the Virgin Islands Housing Authority in partnership with MDG and their contractors, J. Benton Construction. I'm here today with Taylor from J. Benton Construction to tell us, what does this revitalization entail?
Yeah, so here at the D. Hamilton Jackson project, we comprise of 14 residential buildings and a community center. And what a total renovation comprises of is replacing all underground utilities. That includes water, electric, sewer, and even storm drainage. We've also gone ahead and redone all of the interiors as well. So that's flooring, countertops, appliances, new windows, hurricane-rated doors, as well as the buildings have received a beautiful stucco finish. We've also installed solar. So we have solar panels feeding the community center, so the tenants can use the washer and dryers in case of a blackout. We've also installed a 30,000-gallon cistern, which will supply the community center with that water. We also have a 45 kW generator, and we are really excited to turn this project over on time to the residents.
All right, well, that sounds wonderful. You know, I've heard that in addition to your responsibilities as the Chief Operating Officer for the Virgin Islands Housing Authority, that you're also a designer that selects the colors for these housing communities. So there's been a lot of talk about the cost of this project. So just share with our viewers exactly what has gone into the overall project cost. What does it entail? How does the Housing Authority go about ensuring that it's cost effective?
Right, so cost effective, cost reasonable. What is reasonable? So the market dictates a lot of what's reasonable. Insurance costs, the increase of construction since COVID, tariffs, etc. All of those play into the higher construction costs that we're seeing in the territory across a number of our recovery projects. For the D. Hamilton project in particular, the costs were everybody is discussing $1 million plus per unit. The elements of architects, civil engineers, all of those things come in, the insurance, all of those things come into play with that cost number. The actual construction is really only about $66 million. We've had several change orders due to the existing conditions in the buildings, but we've figured out ways of making those elements and those things more reasonable to the project. J. Benton Construction and their team, Colin, Kayla, Taylor, Henry and those guys, they really stop and they make sure with the architects, SLM architects, they're able to come to agreements and redesign elements of the site to make it more cost effective for us. Our change orders are way below what were initially estimated for the project. We do have some leftover contingency where they're gonna see that the residents are gonna see some new elements that we're bringing to the project to ensure that D. Hamilton Jackson and what he brought to us as the Virgin Islands is reflective on the site, not just the red brick.
Yes, and you know, there's a lot of effort that goes into, we have nicknames for these facilities, but actually they also bear the names of some of the stalwarts of our community. And you know, just in terms of your construction beginning. There's actually a partnership. This is just not a construction project. This is a development per se. Let's talk about your partners and how that unfolded.
So our partner, developer partner, MDG, we entered into agreement with them back in 2018 to start assisting the Housing Authority with its redevelopments. That partnership led into, first of all, the complete rehabilitation of the Walter I.M. Hodge and now D. Hamilton Jackson. And I can't say what the next project is, but it's going to be big. We have that on the table to move forward with. We're also partnered with Penrose on St. Thomas under the construction, the active construction at the Duno housing community. That is a revitalization as well. And then we're moving forward in June of this year, should be closing on the Estate Tutu senior project on St. Thomas. St. Croix will come back to St. Croix and start some other redevelopment projects as some administrative things gets worked out, but the partnership has been great, and we continue to keep moving to recovery.
All right, well, that's excellent, excellent work. So I know you said that we are 14 buildings total and about 7, so you're almost around halfway completed with the buildings. What's the expected completion timeline for the final and the fruition of this project?
Yeah, correct. So we are currently ahead of schedule, and we plan on substantial completion in October.
Of this year?
Of this year.
Oh, I'm excited. You know, I love construction, and I love when construction is completed. We have 2 of the entities in the Virgin Islands that have a proven track record of getting projects started and getting project completed. Congratulations to the Virgin Islands Housing Authority for what they've been able to do right now with their aged infrastructure and housing stock, and of course the partnership with J. Benton Construction to be able to complete these projects on time, even and on budget.
Yeah.
Yes, and even before the intended scheduled completion. And we hope that the residents of the D. Hamilton Jackson will appreciate all the work and the funding that has been provided by the CDBG-DR funds through the administering entity, the Virgin Islands Housing Finance Authority, and the work that we're doing with the Office of Disaster Recovery. So stick with us. We'll see lots more projects as we move forward, rebuilding the Virgin Islands.
My name is Santa Santos. A friend of mine told me about the company was hiring for work in there. So I applied and J. Benton quickly responded me. And then I started working in Safarali. And thank God to J. Benton, I learned a lot of skill to working and driving the machines, using the machine, how I use it, and how to see the beautiful project we're doing. So then we were working in different places. I just here to Hamilton, and we create a beautiful place right now. Now I'm working in concrete team. I'm plastering, learning to plastering and everything. J. Benton gave me the opportunity to work with my hand, create with my hand the beautiful place they are.
My name is Sandra Ritter. Well, what I did, I went into Benton Construction Office, filled my application. Within 2 weeks, I was called. The only position they had available was cleaning What I Am Hodge project. So I took it until something else came available, which is framing. So while I'm framing now, I'm about to become a foreman. In order to be a good construction worker for Benton Construction, you have to be reliable, be on the job on time, work to the best of your ability, and have respect.
In college, I kind of realized that I was very interested in the development aspect of construction. I have my bachelor's in urban and regional planning. After graduating, I decided I wanted to continue my education, and I got my master's in construction management from Texas A&M. So during my time in my master's program, I visited St. Croix. I fell in love with the island and decided upon graduating to apply to work for J. Benton Construction. I've been here for 4 years now.
As promised, we've wrangled down some of the folks that are responsible for the reconstruction of the Donna Christensen health facility here. And I'm here with Sean. Sean, I know there's a lot of dirt moving, and rain doesn't stop this.
Oh, no.
So tell me what's going on here today.
So right now we're excavating the area for the new building. So we got this area starting in the north side. We're starting first, and we're working our way south, and we're just getting the foundations ready to get started in the next couple of weeks.
So I'm really excited about the big pour. What is your time within the schedule that we can see some concrete going here?
We're anticipating the first placement around April 22nd.
Oh, wow. All right, pretty soon. We're excited about that. And Kamaris Lewis Payne, we're so excited to have you back here in the Virgin Islands as part of the Office of Disaster Recovery, and this is your project. How does it feel to be responsible for the rebuild of such a critical facility?
It's daunting sometimes, but exciting that we will be able to provide the same services that we had in a bigger, better facility to service the community. I grew up right down the street, and I came here for dental services and all kinds of stuff. So it's good to be full circle.
So on a day-to-day basis or even a weekly basis, what is your role as the Associate Director for construction at the Office of Disaster Recovery Super Project Management Office?
So on a day-to-day operation, I oversee the projects, making sure that they have the appropriate resources, that we have the funding in place, that pay-apps are being processed in a timely fashion, that all the documentation is on hand for the future, and really making sure that things are efficient and operating as smoothly as possible so we could get there and rebuild.
All right, this is really exciting. I know folks have been hearing about projects that are coming, and we've had these dates that seem so very far away, but we're really excited about the progress that we have here on this project. And what is the expected completion date?
So it's right now it's end of October of 2028.
All right, so October 2028, guys. Mark your calendars. We're going to be tracking the progress of this very important facility all the way to fruition. So thank you so much for being here with us, Sean and Kamaris. You know that you have a lot of work ahead, and we expect to be collaborating all the way to the completion of this project. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
And there you have it. Thank you for joining us for another episode of Recovery Roundup. You can always stay informed by visiting our website at www.usviodr.com. We'll continue to build a legacy of resilience.